Welcome to the 17th Annual County Executives Awards for Excellence in the Arts and Humanities. Please welcome to the stage, Humanities Dance. Please welcome to the stage our MC for the evening, Reggie Aldak, Board Chair of the Arts and Humanities Council of Montgomery County.
Welcome, everyone. The arts and humanities fill us with anticipation and excitement. Art speaks to each of us personally, even if we don't recognize the genre or the artist. And at the same time, we create a shared community by experiencing it together. Good evening. Well, all right, here we are once again for what I promise will be a wonderful evening. It's already begun with two terrific performances from BSO Orc Lab students from Gaithersburg High School and Humanities Dance. I'd say the future is beautifully bright, wouldn't you agree? Wow, let's give them another round of applause. To help me out here tonight, I'd like to welcome the CEO of the Arts and Humanities Council, Susan Jenkins. Today, we remember the 11 people who were murdered in Pittsburgh. And we remember again the victims of the Black church in Charleston, South Carolina, 3 years ago. The 2 victims of the shooting at a Kroger just this past weekend after the gunman tried unsuccessfully to enter a Black church just moments before. And we remember the detained children and those in caravans, and indeed all who have suffered from exclusionary violence due to their race, gender, religion, immigrant status, or sexuality. I'd like to ask for a moment of silence to recognize the victims of this weekend's multiple tragedies.
Good evening. Tonight and in the days and nights to come, we'll grieve. And in the words of Leonard Bernstein, this will be our reply to violence, to make music more intensely, more beautifully, more devotedly than ever before. Ultimately, artists of integrity will have no choice in how they respond to the hateful rhetoric being spewed. Those who thrive on politically charged material will continue in vain, and those who devote themselves to numbered string quartets or painterly abstractions should not feel pressure to forsake their destiny, because we who believe in freedom will not rest. And we will continue to make music more intensely, art more beautifully, right words more devotedly than ever before, and hate will not win.
Tonight, as we celebrate these awesomely creative individuals and organizations in our community, we hope to fill you with inspiration and a shared sense of community. Here in Montgomery County, we are truly fortunate to have a rich and varied cultural community of more than 500 artists and humanities organizations and 2,000 individual artists and scholars. We're equally lucky to have had the consistent commitment and support of a county executive and county council that have truly championed the arts and humanities, even in the toughest of times. We're extremely grateful that they recognize that an investment in the cultural sector is an investment in our county's economic strength. I want to personally take this opportunity to publicly thank Ike Leggett for his leadership and Catherine Leggett for her commitment to supporting our sector during Ike's tenure as county executive. I also want to sincerely thank our county council members, Berliner, Reamer, Leventhal, Navarro, Tucker, Florine, Elrich, and Katz. Your dedicated and stalwart support of our work is a model that others in our state and nation have acknowledged and complimented. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd also like to thank the immense contribution that my colleagues on the Arts and Humanities Council's board make to not just AHCMC, but to the entire county.
Throughout the evening, we'll be treated to even more performances by some of the county's most talented individuals and groups that are sure to delight. Now, I'd like to recognize and thank the BSO Orc Lab students from Gaithersburg High School and Kalandity Dance, for sharing their wonderful artistry with us. We'd also like to thank the Gary Rosenthal Collection for once again designing the exquisite art glass awards that you'll see our honorees receive tonight. Thanks to Montgomery College President Darian Pollard, Vice President and Provost Brad Stewart, the Board of Trustees and staff of Montgomery College for their generosity and in support allowing us to host the awards in this magnificent setting once again tonight. It's truly a lovely and warm venue to celebrate the arts and humanities, and we're really proud to be here.
Now, it is my pleasure to proudly introduce a man who has helped make Montgomery County one of our country's most vibrant arts and humanities destinations and a jewel in our state crown, our very own County Executive, Ike Leggett.
Thank you. Thank you and good evening. And welcome to our annual awards for excellence in the arts and humanities program this evening. I'd like to echo Reggie's thanks to Montgomery College and the Cultural Arts Center for hosting us this year. This is a wonderful venue. Let's give them a round of applause for hosting us and being such an integral part of our program. This truly is one of my favorite events of the year. I get to stand up here and pay tribute to some unbelievable, talented, and generous people and organizations. Tonight, Catherine and I are honored to recognize 9 honorees. These individuals have made remarkable contributions in creativity and commitment to the advance of the arts and humanities in Montgomery County. They truly deserve our praise and admiration. Each of these honorees, in one way or another, has made the arts and humanities a lifelong passion. Without their tireless energy, dedication, and devotion, Montgomery County would not be the cultural hotspot that it is today. Your contributions, the contributions of all of them, is varied, from comedy to multi-generational community theater, to supporting over 750 fine arts teachers countywide by preserving the legacy of African-American kinship communities in Montgomery County and providing for one of the nation's leading Jewish chorus, to name just a few. Through the work of the 9 individuals we celebrate this evening, we can see how their work in the community inspires creativity, develop art, and create problem-solving skills, improving self-confidence, provide art therapy, and creates interactive educational programs county-wide. On behalf of the 1.2 million residents of our county, I salute each and every one of you. I've always believed that the public investment in the arts and culture is crucial to our community. The arts and humanities drive our county's economy and uplift the county's spirit. This is why I recommended and was happy that the County Council approved more than $5 million overall investment in the arts and humanities during the budget last year. Even in the worst of the recession, our county continued to provide large sums of monies for arts and humanities. In addition to the $5.3 million for the arts and humanities sector, we approved an additional $800,000 for capital improvements for arts and humanities facilities throughout the county. These investments in our community continue to spur economic growth in Montgomery County, that we now make more measurable improvements that impact the overall economy of the county. This sector contributes much more than just dollars and cents, however. A strong arts presence is vital to our quality of life. And as we have seen in our community, the arts and humanities have the power to transform and uplift the lives of so many throughout the county. Over the years, Montgomery County has established itself as an arts destination, offering top-notch entertainment and state-of-the-art venues and flourishing arts programs. And in 2018, the National Center for Arts Research at Southern Methodist University ranked the Silver Spring-Frederick-Rockville corridor as the 8th most art-vibrant large community in the entire country. As with many communities ranked in this vital study, the arts and humanities play an important role in Montgomery County. There's a strong return in investment from our private sector, and evidenced by $180 million, this sector contributed to our local economy and nearly 4,000 jobs overall. In other words, the arts and humanities are an important economic driver for the county, a vital component of our county's health and stability. I want to congratulate all of the awardees who are honored here tonight. You have given and continue to give so much of yourselves to enrich all of our residents here in Montgomery County. As your county executive, I am proud of the advancements we've made during my tenure. This will continue to be a major priority for Catherine and me as I am confident it will be for the next administration and our county council. We look forward to continuing to support the arts as private citizens of Montgomery County for many years to come. We must not forget that much of what we have accomplished thus far has been made possible by notable contributions from the private sector. Our private sector partners have contributed mightily. A public-private support network that includes corporations, foundations, and individuals. To all our private sector partners, I say thank you for your continued support for the arts and humanities here in Montgomery County. To all of our many friends in the audience, Catherine and I thank all of you for joining us tonight, for recognizing the valuable contributions that the arts and humanities make to our county's quality of life. Now, it is really my pleasure to introduce the lady who has been such a strong supporter of the wind beneath my wings, the person who continues to strive to make arts and humanities a top-notch program and priority for our county, our First Lady, Catherine Leggett.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, and I want to also welcome you to this special night. We're excited to see so many of you here tonight to join us in this celebration of excellence. Thanks so much again to Montgomery College for hosting us. I love this theater, and I know we'll be celebrating some fond memories in this room tonight. What better time to honor our county's magnificent arts and humanities organizations than tonight? Here in Montgomery County, we are celebrating all the way to Monday, December 3rd at the Bethesda North Marriott Conference Center for the 2018, guess what? Executives Ball for the Arts and Humanities. All right. December 3rd. It's certain to be a fabulous evening as we support the arts education programs in the county. Last year, we provided nearly $175,000 to over 80 arts humanities organizations across our county, and we're expecting to do even more this year. These important programs provide learning opportunities to our youth and help grow our arts patrons and our creative workshops for the future. Arts education, as you know, is vital to helping close the achievement gap among students and is absolutely positively essential to preparing students for our global economy. We sincerely thank, as Ike said, the corporate and private donations that are solely responsible for providing funds for the ball and for supporting the arts and humanities in Montgomery County. Let us again give them a round of applause. Now, I'd like to recognize our elected officials in the audience, and I'd like all of them to stand and be recognized. Our members of our county council. You know, I hate to do this because I always miss someone, so I just want the public officials to please stand up and be acknowledged, and we'll clap for you. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I also want to recognize the selection committee who had the incredible challenge of selecting our 9 honorees from so many outstanding entries. Additionally, and most importantly, I'd like to thank the Maryland States Arts Council for their unwavering support of our cultural community in Montgomery County. And before I say, let's get on with the program, I want us to again applaud our county executive who wholeheartedly supports the arts and humanities. Let's enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Ike and Catherine. To introduce our first honoree, please welcome Susan Jenkins.
Nominated by Karen Rollins, Kashi Tara, Nominated by Karen Rollins, Kashi Tara Barrett has devoted herself to bringing quality theater arts to the Montgomery County area for over 29 years. As a teacher, choreographer, and director, Kashi Tara Barrett brought local community theater to children, teens, parents, and grandparents alike, taking both scripted and unscripted works to the stage. Ms. Barrett has spent countless volunteer hours working with individuals and groups to help them develop and/or hone their natural theatrical abilities. Having a parent who has had children who have worked with Kashi, I know for a fact how impactful she has been. I'm honored to introduce the recipient of this year's Community Award, Kashi Tara Barrett.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. What an honor to be the recipient of this community award. I'm grateful for and appreciative of this recognition. I would like to give a heartfelt shout out to all the other nominees for this award because I applaud your tireless work and know firsthand the struggle is real. And like most of us who work in and for the community, I've overcome many obstacles in this journey. And if not for the necessity and the value of the lessons that I've learned and continue to learn, I would have given up years ago. Oftentimes the work we do goes uncelebrated and unsung, but me standing here receiving this award proves that our work is respected and does not go unnoticed. This moment in time wouldn't be possible without the encouragement and inspiration and support and creativity of my family and friends. Thank you, Karen Rollins, president of my nonprofit organization, the Finest Performance Foundation, as well as my mother, mentor, and biggest fan. Thank you to Keith Early and Alan Rollins, my fathers, who love and support me unconditionally. Thank you to Kyrie Early, the treasurer of the Finest Performance Foundation, my brother, my voice of reason, and my sidekick. Thank you, Kamal, Kaj, and Kai, my 3 sons, who inspired me to never give up on my dreams and to practice what I preach. Thank you, Grady McCain, CEO of World Insider World Records, my partner, my love, my motivator, and another chance to get it right. Thank you to all my family and friends who encouraged me to challenge myself to perform better with each opportunity and to be deliberate and disciplined in my execution. I love you and thank you. And to all the people in the village, thank you again for this prestigious community award and the applause. Thank you.
That's why we do it. Nominated by Laura Sarantis and Lucinda Marshall, Mark Willen has been the leader of the Maryland Writers Association's Teen Writing Club since 2015. Under his leadership, the program has grown to 10 clubs that meet at community libraries, all but 3 of which are in Montgomery County. At any one time, the clubs serve approximately 100 kids and is led by a writer who is a member of MWA, Maryland Writers Association. Clubs are free of charge to the teens, providing a unique opportunity for kids to pursue creative writing in a supportive atmosphere without academic or financial pressures. Mark has helped to recruit kids for the program through the community programs in schools and overseen the publication of 3 volumes of the Emerging Voices anthology, an opportunity for kids in the clubs to submit their written work for publication. Mark retired as the head of the teen writing program this summer. On behalf of all of us who value and sincerely appreciate the work of volunteers in our sector, I'm honored to introduce the recipient of this year's Volunteer Award, Mr. Mark Willen.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be here tonight. But I want to stress that I am accepting this award on behalf of many other volunteers in the Teen Writing Club program, which is run, as you've heard, by the Maryland Writers Association, but co-sponsored by local libraries throughout the state. Well, I've been lucky enough to be the coordinator of the program. This is very much a team effort. We have a dozen clubs now, we've up from 10, and we have 7 of those are in Montgomery County, with an 8th being formed as we speak. And we do serve more than 100 teens every month. The clubs meet twice a month, gives young writers a chance to develop their craft, to share their writing with others, to get some peer feedback, to meet guest authors, and we publish their work in an annual anthology, which is edited by volunteers with the production costs paid for by the members of the Maryland Writers Association. There's never a charge to teen writers. The Montgomery County Library System has by far been the most enthusiastic supporter of the program, and we owe a great debt to the staff of those libraries, the teen librarians, and the branch managers who provide so much support. They give us a safe place where we can meet with the teens. They provide publicity and help organize the whole thing. Each club is led by a volunteer from MWA, the Maryland Writers Association, but we couldn't do it without the libraries and especially the Montgomery County libraries. So thanks to all of them and especially to you.
I have to say, when I called Mark, he said, "Are you sure? Me? You have the right number?" And so, Mark, yes, we had the right number.
Now, I'd like to present a performance by DC Beauty of Beijing Opera.
It's dark. But we're coming in just a minute. But that was wonderful, and we don't need any light to know that. 31.
That was an incredibly beautiful performance. Thank you, DC Beauty of Beijing Opera.
The Arts and Humanities Council awards a total of more than $5 million in grants to a host of organizations of varying sizes, as well as to individual artists and scholars. These grants help with general operations and programs, space improvements, and equipment updates, as well as supporting the work and professional development of individual artists and scholars. Tonight, not only do we recognize recipients of these grants for fiscal year 19, we're also featuring performers from several different grant categories. Let's begin with our category of general operating support to large arts and humanities organizations. For fiscal year 19, $3,374,941 was awarded to a total of 28 organizations in this category. Joining us tonight for this recognition are Council Member Craig Rice and Arts and Humanities Council Board Secretary Elaine Robnett-Moore. From ArtStream to VisArts, organizations funded by Montgomery County through the Arts and Humanities Council have a tremendous impact on the cultural and economic landscape of our county and make us one of the most livable communities in America.
And in the general operating support for large organizations grant category, it sounds like I should have a card and then say the nominees are, but organizations focus on presenting outstanding professional productions, rigorous training to inspire young people's imagination and creativity, high-quality, ethnically diverse cultural arts programs in our schools, instruction in 22 instruments and voice to everyone, regardless of age, ability, or means.
Funds are also used to maintain the county's official government archives and a 10,000-item collection of historic artifacts dating from prehistory to the present, and to present free professional concert series to the greater Bethesda area, along with the master classes and special events for children and families at Glen Echo Park.
And Montgomery County is also home to an award-winning 81-year-old professional theater and one of the region's most beautiful multidisciplinary arts centers. From an event focused on conflict resolution, encouraging multicultural, peaceful dialogue, to STEAM-focused activities for young people, and offerings that move participants through experiences that build upon discovery, appreciation, recognition, and stewardship of the environment. The work organizations in this category perform impacts residents throughout the county every single day.
Thank you. Funding in this category also helps support affordable, quality artist studios, photographic and artistic education, a community music school, free performances for children and adults, the creation of literary works, and the celebration of cultural traditions that have bound communities together over the ages and across the globe. Please give our colleagues from this grant category a warm round of applause for all they do to make our county vibrant.
Two major categories for tonight are advancement grants and capital improvement grants. These two categories help arts and humanities organizations of all sizes innovate and maintain the standard of excellence we have come to expect in our country. Advancement grants and capital improvement grants also help leverage private sector funding, something critically important for our long-term vitality.
Focused on long-term planning and technology improvements critical to an organization's mission, advancement grants assist organizations in obtaining fiscal stability and long-term viability. Support in this category helps underwrite vital enhancements to technology, infrastructure, develop strategic rebranding and marketing campaigns, achieve search engine optimization, and pay for advertising and audience segmentation, research for targeting marketing. As you can see, these are genuine business needs that, once implemented, would strengthen any business enterprise. Please congratulate our colleagues for all of their impactful work that fortifies our county's economy.
Along with the planning and business enhancements that are made possible by advancement grants, capital improvement grants are intended for facility construction or improvements, new construction, expansion of a project, renovation of an existing structure, or physical plant repairs critical to an organization's mission. For fiscal year 19, $891,762 was recommended.
Grants given in this fiscal year will support replacing the deteriorating roof and repainting of the exterior of the Carousel building that houses the historically and artistically significant 1921 Denzel Carousel at Glen Echo Park, overhauling the HVAC system at Roundhouse Theater's Bethesda facilities, improving the structural integrity and appeal of Olney Theater Center, completing the infrastructure construction of a Silver Spring Community Media Lab, and fund the build-out of 3 studios with proper sprung dance flooring and integrated audio.
Organizations that receive capital improvement grants are doing all they can to make their organizations strong, accessible, and energy efficient. Please give these organizations a wholehearted round of applause. Thank you, Councilmember Rice and Board Secretary Elaine Robnett-Moore, for all that you do and have done for the arts and humanities in Montgomery County. We appreciate you.
Did you miss me? I'm back. Nominated by Kim Levon, Curt Shackelford has been producing stand-up comedy in Montgomery County since 2002 under the company StandUpComedyToCo. The first to offer regular comedy shows in Montgomery County, Curt has had the longest tenure of any comedy producer in the county, creating a movement of small shows around DC, Maryland, and Virginia by encouraging other producers to start small and then larger shows. Curt's presented over 2,500 shows, offering laughter to the audience and performance opportunities to up-and-coming talent from the area. And I could say we sure do need some laughs these days. Comedians who cut their teeth on Curt's shows have gone on to appear on shows like Conan, Jimmy Fallon, Netflix, Comedy Central, and John Oliver's show Last Week Tonight, to name just but a few. I am honored to introduce the recipient of this year's Individual Patron Award, Curt Shackelford.
Thank you. It's really, I have to say, I'm shocked and stunned to be standing here accepting an award from the Arts and Humanities Councils for live stand-up comedy, because live stand-up comedy has been the black sheep of the arts since day one. I don't know why. For some reason, music and sculpture and painting and dancing and all that other stuff is up here, and for some reason, stand-up comedy is down here. Live stand-up comedy in particular is down here in the gutter. I don't know why. So I'm thrilled that I'm getting this recognition and respect for this art form that is every bit as difficult than the other art forms. It's tricky and nuanced and fragile. So I'm thrilled that it's finally getting some respect. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce Alicia Cunningham, an individual artist grant recipient with a compelling story to tell.
Good evening. I want to first thank the Arts and Humanities Council of Montgomery County for believing in my project. I Am More Than My Hair. It is a two-part project, a book and a film, and you're going to see a trailer in a little bit. I first started this in 2014 with the book initially, and I did a roundtable. I was selected to do a roundtable with Docs in Progress, and they somehow convinced me to turn this into a documentary film. I'm not sure what I was thinking at the time, but it has been rewarding and challenging at the least, but I'm happy to share this with you. And if you would like to support, please do visit my website, alicia.com, and you can make a tax-deductible donation through Docs in Progress. I'd appreciate it. If you look towards the media to define what's beautiful, baldness is not a look that is considered attractive. Redefine the beauty of female baldness by experiencing the stories of girls and women who've lost their hair due to medical conditions or by choice to support a loved one in solidarity. Let's watch a trailer for my upcoming film, I Am More Than My Hair.
This concept of beauty has just been so skewed all the way through the entire arc of your lifetime.
The average girl sees 500 advertisements a day. So, she's on the subway going to school. She sees a billboard on her television, on media, on social media. And what are all of these images telling her about how she's supposed to look and what she can be in the world?
I've had to redefine beauty, because if you look to the outside world or to the media to define what's beautiful, I'm certainly not that.
I think it's something you don't even realize your children are being exposed to.
Yeah. Once you can read, it's scary.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Once you can read, it's scary for parents.
Because as a kid, I've always had long straight hair that you could just do whatever with, and now it's like, hair is just hair.
Now, how do I feel about alopecia? Alopecia, kiss my ass.
Hair. I wear my hair very, very closely cropped today in honor of my cancer journey and the fact that I have two sisters who have died from lung cancer.
Everybody teases me about my hair, and hair doesn't matter with your beauty. It's just something that God made you have.
Hair really sometimes take away from a person's true beauty, I'm telling you. So shout out to Sanaya Lathan, my Kate Hudsons, y'all doing it.
Having alopecia has given me so much. It's given me a role and a cause that I feel very passionately about, and it's given me friends all over the world, and I wouldn't have had any of that if I didn't have alopecia areata.
I am more than my hair because I am beautiful. I am a person, and I survived cancer.
I am more than my hair because I am. It's just really simple. I am more than my hair because I am here.
It's incredible what access to the arts will do for community expression, isn't it? This expose was tremendous. Thanks, Alicia, for giving voice to these women and for helping us all appreciate beauty in all its splendor. Now, I'd like to take a moment to ask Ike and Catherine to join us on stage.
And the Arts and Humanities Council board members also, please. You can use the stairs right over there.
And now I've learned that with these lights on, you can't see a thing in the audience. We're waiting for our board members. Just a second. Okay. Ike, Catherine, on behalf of the Arts and Humanities Council board and staff, I would like to sincerely thank you both for all you have done in support of the arts and humanities during Ike's tenure, both as a council member and as a county executive. Please accept this token of our appreciation, a print by Montgomery County artist Preston Sampson entitled Celebration. We wish you both many more art-filled experiences in the years to come. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Board members, you can walk this way. Okay. Nominated by Michael W. Janis, Erwin Timmers co-founded the Washington Glass School 17 years ago. Since that time, the school has hosted over 5,000 students, making it the second most attended glass school in the country. As one of the area's leading eco-artists, recycling waste, the environment, and how they relate to society are recurring themes in his work, and he has developed a number of courses that integrate his environmental ethos into the classroom. Timmer's work in sustainable design can be seen in some of the large public art projects he has completed, including an award-winning project for the EPA headquarters in Washington, D.C., and the public art work for the LEED-certified Safeway supermarket in Bethesda, and his environmental artwork is also noted in Wikipedia. I'm honored to welcome Erwin Timmers, the recipient of this year's Outstanding Artist Award, to the stage. Congratulations.
You can't see a thing. Well, first off, let me say thank you to the Arts and Humanities Council for Montgomery County and Mr. and Mrs. Leggett for recognizing and appreciating the work that I do in the arts community. Thank you to my wife, Veronique, and my children, Nicholas and Kiara, for putting up with my art obsession and chiming in when needed. I also want to thank my studio mates, Michael Janis and Tim Tate, for being there with me and for me over the past 17 years of the Washington Glass School. I find it very rewarding in itself to work in art, with students, with communities, or by myself, and it's become an avenue for me to speak out for our environment and what we as a society can do to preserve it. I hope to continue to inspire people of all ages to use their hands to express themselves and not just their thumbs. That's it. Thank you.
Now, to continue our grantee recognition, please welcome Montgomery County Council Member George Leventhal.
Good evening, everyone. General operating support grants to mid-size arts and humanities organizations do great things, such as develop youth leadership and promote wellness, heritage, and cultural unity through Latin dance education, support the development of young opera singers by providing coaching and performance opportunities, and prepare youth to become leaders through community engagement. Mid-size organizations are rapidly growing in Montgomery County, and like their peers in other grant categories, they provide a fast-growth, dynamic industry cluster, critical ingredients for innovative places and community revitalization. In fiscal year 2019, a total of $590,540 was given in awards to 28 organizations in this category. These grants will also use the arts as a means for social change by empowering individuals with disabilities to participate and engage in inclusive communities, raise community awareness and appreciation of the art of choral music through innovative programming of new and rarely heard music, and use the media arts as a developmental path for personal and community growth.
Join us, won't you, in celebrating these wonderful and diverse organizations.
Project grants to small arts and humanities organizations and groups are intended to support the presentation of high-quality programs for the public. For fiscal year 2019, a total of $86,858 was given in awards to 19 organizations. Grant funds will be used in part to finance a fully costumed Beijing opera and associated workshops for the public. For program costs for Unexpected Stage's summer production of Duncan Macmillan's The Most Humane Way to Kill a Lobster, and to produce a documentary film called Fabric that celebrates cultural diversity within Montgomery County. Let's give these fantastic grantees a big round of applause.
We're proud of the diversity of work created by the emerging and burgeoning organizations throughout Montgomery County. Organizations like these that help us grow the creative capacity of our great county. Now please sit back and enjoy a performance by Heralds of Hope Theater.
When me and the conductor reached the last safe house, he introduced me to a yellow woman and her husband. They gave me a hot meal, and then she showed me a bed, tell me go on to sleep, get plenty rest, because I had to walk to the next stop, which is near the Pennsylvania-Delaware border. And Lord, them next words out that woman's mouth, just like music to my ears when she said, once you cross Pennsylvania border, you gonna be free. Free. Lord, I couldn't believe it. Hope, joy flow all through me. So I was so excited I couldn't even hardly sleep. And at nightfall, oh, I ready to go. But I want to give them something, show them appreciation, you know, but they ain't had nothing. But yellow woman tell me, that all right, just me getting the freedom, then helping other slaves escape, that's gotta be thanks enough for them. Well, I promise her I would. Then I tells her, you ain't seen or yet the last of Harriet Tubman. Rock of ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee. She opened that door, and I stepped on out in the dark. Excited of what the morning done bring, I sat out dressed in man clothes, but I couldn't understand why yellow woman wants me wear her husband's clothes when I gets to the Pennsylvania-Delaware border. But 'tain't take me long to figure that out. And that conductor meet me in them woods early that morning, and he tell me he glad to see me dressed up like a man, 'cause all them slave catchers out there, they looking for a woman. Then he tells me I got to make like I'm a man, traveling with his master till we reach Pennsylvania. Oh, I ain't mind that. I run right there, climb up in the back of that wagon, gets down in a position, done knowed my whole life. And after about a 4-hour ride, we finally arrived in Philadelphia. And when Thomas Garrett tell me I done reached Philadelphia and I was free, Lord, I jump up, shout, hallelujah, thank God, I was a free said free. I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free.
Wasn't that wonderful? Thank you very much. Let's give another round of applause to Heralds of Hope Theater.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. Isn't this great? I couldn't be more proud of the work our dedicated and hardworking staff and the dedication they show day in and day out. Please join me in giving the staff of the Arts and Humanities Council a big round of applause. I can't see you, but I know you're there. Now I'd like to welcome to the stage Council President Hans Riemer.
Hi, Susan.
Hi, Lori. Great to see you. Good evening, Councilmember Riemer. Thank you for joining us here tonight.
Thank you very much, Susan. Really glad to be here.
I'm glad you are.
All right. We're doing pretty well so far.
So far, we're
yeah,
good. We're good.
The Wheaton Cultural Project grants create impact in the Wheaton community and provide cultural opportunities for its residents. In fiscal year 2018, nonprofit organizations and artists received $90,000 in Wheaton Cultural Project grants for such initiatives as providing culturally diverse and engaging after-school, visual, literary, and performing arts programs for middle school students at the Pembridge Community Center, in collaboration with Montgomery Housing Partnership, producing the 4th Annual Wheaton Film Festival, the 3rd Annual Make a Movie in a Month Project, MMM, and the 2nd Annual Wheaton Arts Parade, celebrating local artists, arts organizations, and Wheaton's cultural diversity.
That parade was really fun. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was really so much fun. Arts integration residencies in the school grants support individual teaching artists trained in curriculum-based arts integration techniques who collaborate with a classroom teacher during the school day. For the second half of fiscal year 18, a total of $13,900 was given in awards to 5 schools.
5 artists received FY 18 to 20 arts integration residencies in the schools grants and funds. And funds will be used to provide a cartooning residency during which 6th grade students created a written and visual narrative graphic novel that explores the concept of belonging and its effect upon an individual's identity and sense of self. To create a glass and metal mosaic mural with 4th grade students that integrates science, symbolism, and the writing process, and to integrate creative drama with the 8th grade social studies curriculum on the Civil War.
Pretty cool stuff, right?
That's awesome.
I was just in Oakland at a conference and for grant makers in the arts, and their whole idea about the arts is that it creates a sense of belonging, and it's just such a beautiful concept that you'd be able to teach, that artists will be able to share with students in schools at a very young age. Really important, especially in a diverse county like Montgomery County.
Having grown up in Oakland, California, I still have fond memories of the art, the murals, the cultural
Absolutely,
life there.
some of the best murals that I've ever seen. Really, really wonderful. So please give them a round of applause for all the work that they do in Montgomery County to nurture all of the creative expression and the workforce of the future, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nominated by Mary Ellen Beck, Linda Sato Adams. Really fantastic. Stalwart educator. She retired in June as the supervisor of fine arts, and I had the pleasure of working with her the 10 years that I've been the CEO of the Arts and Humanities Council. It's been a pleasure. As the supervisor, pre-K through grade 12 in Montgomery County Public Schools, after 30 years of stalwart service, Ms. Adams has been responsible for the dance, the music, the theater, and the visual arts programs with over 750 fine arts teachers and 3 fine art team members from Montgomery County Public Schools. Prior to this role, like that wasn't enough, Ms. Adams taught elementary, middle, and high school art. She's been a team leader, a staff development teacher, a department chair, a resource teacher, a project manager for the new teacher induction program, and a staffer for the Office of Human Resources in MCPS. If that wasn't enough, she's also an adjunct professor at Hood College. Among her many accomplishments, Linda Sato Adams has developed a quality fine arts programs in MCPS and provided support to 205 schools. Linda Sato Adams is the epitome of what a fine arts supervisor can be, and I'm honored to call her a colleague and friend. Congratulations to Linda Sato Adams, our Education Award winner.
I am very humbled to be receiving this award from the County Executive for excellence in the arts and humanities and education. I'm just so honored and privileged to have worked for Montgomery County Public Schools and the students, staff, and parents who have been a part of this great county. I stand on the shoulders of those who have gone before me and who have inspired me to be an arts educator. And I have been so fortunate to have people who've cared and mentored me along the way. Preparing our youth for the 21st century is such an important task, and I have been so encouraged every time I've walked into an arts education program and seen that happening in action in our schools. The dedication of our teachers and administrators, the passion of our students, the commitment of our parents, and the collaboration amongst our arts organizations. You keep all of our hopes and dreams alive. You are going to ensure that our students are creative problem solvers, that they're critical thinkers, that they are passionate about the arts, that they see the value in the skills, in persistence, and in reflection, and in empathy. I would like to thank Ellen Beck for this nomination, Mr. and Mrs. Leggett, and the Arts and Humanities Council, who are our countywide leaders in the arts, my friends and colleagues for your support and your encouragement, and my family, especially my husband, Keith, who's been my heart and rock throughout this wonderful journey. Thank you so much.
So many fabulous recipients tonight. It's hard to keep my eyes dry. I don't know what's happening there. Nominated by Maureen McNeil, Debbie Ellinghaus has built relationships throughout Montgomery County that have benefited Olney Theater Center and contributed to its remarkable success. Ms. Ellinghaus is widely respected and recognized as an energetic, innovative collaborator, generous in her support of others, and dedicated to shared success. As a manager, she holds her team to a remarkably high standard, exceeding only by that which she holds herself. She's a member of the core class of 2019 Leadership Montgomery and is a board member of the Olney Chamber of Commerce and MedStar Montgomery Medical Center in Olney. We're honored to introduce the recipient of this year's Outstanding Artist Award, Debbie Ellinghaus. I misspoke, that's Emerging Leader Award, apologies.
Thank you all so much for this incredible honor. It all means so much. But to be called emerging at my age feels really good, so thank you. Thank you, and I'm glad to see that the text here is large enough. I don't need my glasses, actually. You know, theater is a discipline that requires collaboration, community, and many, many human beings. So I know that in recognizing me tonight, you are recognizing the numerous people who are responsible for the longevity of Olney Theater Center and the exciting renaissance that is happening just down the road on Georgia Avenue out in Olney. And I'd like to acknowledge some of those people now. Mr. and Mrs. Leggett, under your civic leadership, the arts thrive in our county because you know that a strong and healthy local arts community makes for a healthy community. Thank you for enabling all of us to succeed and enjoy our work so much. It is a true pleasure and honor to work in this county. Thank you. I am lucky for so many reasons, but I am very lucky to work alongside Jason Loweth, the artistic director of Olney Theater Center, who actually won this award 2 years ago, so I'm following in your footsteps, Jason. His vision to build an artistic community in suburban Maryland that has great impact regionally and nationally is the reason for Olney Theater Center's incredible success in recent years, and I consider it a great privilege to be his partner. Yes, thank you. He and I are led by an amazing board of directors. Those were those people cheering over there, I think, before. 23 volunteers, members of our community who so very generously give their time, talent, and treasure to Olney Theater Center. I am forever grateful that they entrust me to help lead the theater that means so very much to them and to their families. Thank you to all of them and to our incredible donors and supporters and friends of Olney Theater Center. Every bit of our success is owed to the Olney Theater Center staff. We employ 50 full-time theater practitioners, including 16 early career apprentices, many of whom I bet you will see on this stage soon, and more than 400 artists every year, contracted artists every year. These gifted folks are the reason that audiences describe Olney Theater as inspiring, warm, welcoming, and family-like. And speaking of family, I must take this opportunity to thank my exceedingly supportive husband, Andrew, and our children, Maddie and Griffin. The balance between, yes, thank you. The balance between work and home is never even, as hard as I try, and I try very hard. But your love and support and joy is what motivates me every single day. I love what I do at work, and I love that you know that I love it. So thank you for your support. And of course, thank you to my parents, Connie and Larry Ahrens, who are actually here tonight. They have always shown unconditional support, always, but they're also wonderful champions of Olney Theater Center. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you also for making theater an important part of my life growing up. That's why I'm here. If you haven't heard, it was mentioned a couple of times tonight, we are in our 81st season at Olney, and we stand on the shoulders of visionaries who dreamed that a theater could make a community better. Nowhere does that feel more apparent than at Olney Theater Center, where more than 100,000 people come through our doors each year to share unique experiences and learn new perspectives about the human condition. Theater feels more important now than ever before. And as I look ahead to the future, I promise you all that there will be even more opportunities to celebrate the very best of this wonderful community. So if you haven't been to Olney Theater, or if you haven't been in a while, please come join us. I hope to see you there. Our holiday musical Elf begins previews November 9th. Yay! The director, Michael Bobbitt, is here, sitting right behind me. Seriously, come see us. We'd love to have you come see the work of some of these great people that I just mentioned, and thank you so much for this honor. It means so much. Thank you.
Now, to continue our grantee recognition, please welcome Montgomery County Councilmember Mark Elrich.
Support of Artists and Scholars Project grants support a variety of arts and humanities programs that bring high-quality artists and scholars to community-based audiences in the county. It is also intended that these grants will bring arts and/or humanities to underserved populations that have fewer opportunities to participate in programs available to the general community, expanding the reach of the cultural sector to even more of our residents.
36 artists and scholars received FY19 awards within this category, totaling $148,172 from across the county. These individuals have had a wide array of skills, artistry, and gifts that enrich our community in a multitude of inspiring and innovative ways.
Activities funded by these grants will be used to finance the research and writing of a new interactive multi-sensory play for early childhood audiences that explores childhood anxiety and mindfulness, to install the One House project at Black Rock Center for the Arts, which will include over 200 individual artist panels dedicated to family members' immigration story, and to conduct research in the Southwest focused on indigenous knowledge and the cultural implications of bird species decline.
The creative and scholarly work produced by these individuals is truly stunning and incredibly unique. Please join us in giving them an enthusiastic round of applause for all of their impactful work in our county.
For our final performance of the evening, let's welcome to the stage Karen Lovejoy and the Lovejoy Group.
Greetings, everyone. How are you? We're going to do for you an original tune. We haven't done it in a long time, so if it doesn't come out right, let's see, who can I blame today? We'll blame the saxophone player. It's calling me, and I'm trying to resist, but I can't hold on. The grip is too strong, and I'm slipping away, 'cause I'm spellbound. Wherever I go, the spirit is sweet. It dances before it, my soul comes alive. It collides with my pride, and I'm spellbound. It gets in your soul, and it won't let you sleep. Its secrets inside. If you listen real deep, it moves through your fingers and heals with a touch. It's God everlasting. It will take you up to places so high that your eyes have not seen. It's the mind, it's the head, it's the flesh, and it's glory, and it won't let you go, 'cause you're spellbound. Wherever I go, the spirit is sweet. It dances before it, my soul comes alive. It collides with my pride, I'm spellbound. Smith. You sleep, secrets inside. If you listen real deep, it moves through your fingers and heals with a touch of jazz and reliving. It'll take you up to places so high that my eyes have not seen. It's the mind, it's the head, it's the flesh and its glory, and it won't let you go 'cause you're spellbound. It's calling me, but I can't break loose. I don't wanna be free. Moving through my fingers, and it heals with just a touch. And I won't let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Smith, Lawrence Bubbles Dean on the drums, Emery Diggs on bass, Sammy Mangia on keys. I'm Karen Lovejoy, and we are part of the Lovejoy Group. Thank you.
What a wonderful final performance. Let's give them another round of applause. Thank you, Karen Lovejoy. As we confront the economic challenges facing our county, and we look to comprehensive strategies to create jobs, catalyze innovation, and build new paths for growth, as you can see from the vast initiatives outlined tonight, the evidence is strong. The arts and humanities are a smart investment for Montgomery County with a huge return on investment. And they're fun. To keep up with all of the creative voices and cultural happenings across the county, be sure to visit culturespotmc.com, Montgomery County's only online resource for articles and stories from the arts and humanities, as well as a robust cultural events calendar filled with exciting upcoming performances, events, and classes. Congratulations to the County Executive and County Council alike, and thanks to all of our stakeholders for integrating the arts and design into strategies for for revitalizing neighborhoods like Wheaton, using tax incentives to encourage private rehabilitation where creative individuals and enterprises are cultivated within communities, and for leveraging our public art program to activate our public and urban centers. Our community is all the better as a result.
Oh, what a night. Reggie, we've had an opportunity to celebrate so many creatives in our midst and those who support them. It's been fun, and I've had a great time. How about you?
I've had an outstanding time. I can't believe our evening is already coming to a close. Unfortunately, all great things must come to an end. To present our last two awards and close out the show, please welcome back County Executive Ike Leggett and Mrs. Catherine Leggett to the stage.
Thank you so very much. The awards that I'm about to present now are the awards that I personally get engaged in and selected. And because of the importance of it, I think that we are really deserving of a round of applause at the end of each for those individuals so named. The first is to present the award here that I'm going to read the name and go through the bio and some of the information. Is William Wyto Levin. Known as Wyto, is a Montgomery County-based cellist, composer, and educator. Through his electric cello with 2 extra strings, Wyto can produce the rich tones, sounds, and range of stand-up, bass, cello, and violin. His composition reinterprets a diverse range of artistic genres from hip-hop to modern dance, providing his students the opportunity to explore music techniques that are outside the traditional practices. Most importantly is Wyto's passion for this, to serve those who served our nation through his unique musical style. Wyto frequently travels throughout Montgomery County and the greater Washington area, offering classical hip-hop and educational programs to students from elementary to high school, as well as adults. In 2015, Wyto was chosen to study and work with Yo-Yo Ma's Silk Road Ensemble for the Global Musical Workshop. He also gave a TEDx performance to demonstrate this and discuss his 6-string electric cello composition, highlighting his fusion of classical and popular music. At a local level, Wyto was part of the 2013 class of artists in residence at Strathmore. Through his residence, he established a partnership with Strathmore to launch his musical vision to serving the veterans and military service community. Wyto regularly performs at Walter Reed and Bethesda Medical Center and co-leads workshops that helps veterans and family members find strength through his music creation at Walter Reed and Fort Belvoir. I'd like to present my Artistic Excellence Award to Wyto Levin. Wyto, please come forward. Thank you.
Wow. I am absolutely thrilled to receive this executive award from this incredible community which has enabled my music and artistic career to thrive. Montgomery County has offered me such diverse opportunities for expression and growth. In Montgomery County, I'm frequently invited to perform at festivals. I'm welcomed into classrooms by PTA members and school administrators, commissioned by choreographers and directors to score productions, and invited to collaborate with artists of different disciplines from all over the world. In Montgomery County, a world-class performing arts center like the Strathmore helped me launch my professional music career. Thank you, Betty and Kathy, for all your support, and everyone at Strathmore. In Montgomery County, I was invited by a phenomenal poet, Seema Reza, to teach music to wounded service members and veterans at Walter Reed Hospital, work that reminds me every day that arts can truly change lives, calm minds, and reinvigorate our souls. And thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Leggett, for honoring the service members through this award as well. I even recently received a grant from the Montgomery County Arts and Humanities Council to develop new original electric cello music with electronic percussion, lighting, and projection design. How amazing is this community? Wow. Yeah, a round of applause. Nonetheless, when my wife, my incredibly supportive wife that I'm so thankful for being on this journey with, when my wife and I recently had our first child, Sophia, that you may have heard murmuring a little earlier, I feared it might be impossible to truly balance being a new father with being a full-time artist. But with this award, I realize the support of every member of this community makes it possible for me to continue teaching, creating, and sharing my music for many years to come. Thank you all.
Congratulations. You do such incredible work. It's amazing. Thank you very much.
Eleanor Epstein is the founder of Zimmer Chai and continues to serve as conductor, artistic director, and inspiration from Zimmer Chai has entered its 43rd season. Bringing together her talent as a conductor with her experiences in biblical and liturgical texts, Epstein produces annual concerts that combine music, visual images, and spoken word to illuminate a unique talent. Under Epstein's leadership, Zimmer Chai has grown to become one of the nation's leading Jewish choirs. Known as a master teacher with a gift for inspiring singers to connect deeply in both music and text, she is sought after as a guest conductor and artist in residence by choirs and congregations throughout the United States. An accomplished arranger whose choral settings of Jewish folk melodies are performed throughout the world, Epstein has ensured that the choir builds bridges to other faiths and cultures and participates in numerous intercultural events. I'd like to present my Lifetime Achievement Award to Eleanor Epstein. Please come forward.
It's good to have a choir. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Leggett, and thank you for your many years of service to Montgomery County. I guess I do have to say that Mrs. Leggett and I have recently discovered that we're both graduates of Mount Vernon High School, class of '68. Thank you to the Arts and Humanities Council of Montgomery County for your steadfast support of Zimmer Chai. As we add Pittsburgh to Charleston, Charlottesville, New York City, and too many other places in this country and around the world to name, your fundamentally American mission to celebrate and appreciate the diversity of Montgomery County is a beacon in what feels like an increasingly dark world. I wish to accept this award on behalf of each one of my singers. It is their energy, their devotion and enthusiasm, their feedback, their willingness to think deeply about the words they sing and to sing from the heart that brings out the best in me. Our partnership enables Zimmer Chai to build bridges of understanding, helping our audiences to understand that at the deepest level, our Jewish story, just like each culture's story, is everyone's story. And that yes, it is possible to live in harmony with your neighbor. My husband Barry is my partner in this work in every way. His faith in me, his support, have brought me to this moment. The phrase Lifetime Achievement Award is quite weighty, and actually more than I can really take in. What I can say is that the choral art has certainly been my lifetime passion. The sound of a choir, or any group of people, bringing words to life through song, affects me as strongly today as it did when I was a child. So in light of this moment in our history, and in light of all the beautiful performances we've seen this evening, in respect to all who have died needlessly, and in defiance to the forces of senseless hatred, I want to invite you now to become the artists that each one of you is. Please sing with me, and let this be our vigil. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome one day. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Thank you.
It's very heavy. It's very heavy. Let's see how you're going to get out of here.
I think our county and our nation really needed this. So let's give another round of applause to Eleanor. With over 35 years of dedicated community service and outreach, including teaching students from college to first grade, Dr. Winston Anderson's Sandy Springs Slave Museum and African Art Gallery is a gem for Montgomery County. With a focus on African American heritage through the Middle Passage, the Underground Railroad, the Civil Rights Movement, and highlighting African American accomplishments in the United States and throughout the African diaspora, the Sandy Springs Slave Museum serves to bridge cross-cultural communication, espouse diversity, highlighting the heritage of African American families from whom Montgomery County is home, and display the rich and significant contribution that African Americans have made in the building of the United States. I'd like to present my Lifetime Impact Award to Dr. Winston Anderson. Dr. Anderson, please come to the stage.
This really is an amazing county. And as the last awardee, I'd like to acknowledge and thank the Arts and Humanities Council were one of the most wonderful performances by the artists that we saw today. Amazing, too, is that as a scientist, a history-making scientist, that the Arts and Humanities Council would deem to give me an impact award in the arts and the humanities. I guess I'm just exercising the left side of my brain. It is incumbent on our generation, my generation, to do things that benefit succeeding generations. The historic Oddfellows Lodge has served the African American community for over 150 years. It was a school, it was a church when the Sharp Street Church burned. It was the only social center that blacks could meet and engage in conversation and social activities during the segregation era. The Sandy Springs Slave Museum is embedded in that part of Sandy Springs that's called Freedom Town. You know it these days as Potomac West. Both the Sandy Springs Slave Museum and the historic Oddfellows Lodge are in fact heritage museums. They both highlight the heritage of the African American families for whom Montgomery County calls home. They display the rich and significant contributions that African Americans have made in the building of America. And most important, they promote dialogue between the ethnic groups in the county that help bridge the information gap and inform all ethnic groups about the communication and diversity as is expressed in arts, humanities, and culture. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you. This is a little heavy now. I'm going to keep on. Catherine and I have a couple of certificates that we want to present to recognize a couple of people who've done some extraordinary things to help the arts and humanities. First, let me acknowledge again all the great artists who performed tonight, all of our awardees, our outstanding Arts and Humanities Director, Susan Jenkins. Where's Susan? Susan, thank you so very much. And Reggie, for their tremendous work over the years. We are fortunate to have Susan in this role, who has done such a marvelous job over so many years. Catherine, you want to make these two?
Yeah, as Ike and I reflected on our last 12 years, and we are so ecstatic about being able to advance the arts and humanities. One of the things that I became personally involved in, as you know, is the Executives Ball for the benefit of the arts and humanities. And Ike and I thought about who should we recognize because they've been with us for those past 12 years and many, many years before that. And we had to identify Tina Martin and my good friend, Tina, come up, come up, come up, come up, come up, come up, not by yourself, not by, and Mita Schaefer, of course. Tina Martin and Mita Schaefer has the same, in recognition and appreciation for all of your unparalleled dedication to the Executives Ball and the arts and humanities, with such creativity, professionalism, ethics, and commitment in Montgomery County and around the region. Thank you, and best wishes is signed by our County Executive, Isaiah Leggett.
I've had the pleasure to provide an awful lot of awards over the years. And it struck me just recently that there was a person that I had failed to recognize, someone who had provided a great deal of resources and support, someone who had served on a number of boards, both here in the county and the state and throughout the region, including Washington, D.C. I know that this person probably would have received the award some time ago, but I decided that it may not be appropriate at that point in time. And I know that the person probably received an award maybe after I've left. But I thought about that and I said, given the person is so deserving, is so impactful, and so significant in our county and throughout the region, that as my last official responsibility and duties as county executive, where we are talking about arts and humanities, that I wanted to give my wife, Catherine Short, the Lifetime Impact Award, a special recognition.
Are you serious? Congratulations, Catherine. Man, never ceases to amaze me. Never ceases to amaze me. My husband never ceases to amaze me. He's wonderful. He's good for the county, but he's great for me. Okay. What a magnificent evening we've had celebrating the awardees and grantees, and congratulations to all of you. I trust that you have experienced the mosaic of our county, the diversity, the richness, and the vibrancy of what the Arts and Humanities does for this county and for each and every one of us. I'm also hoping that you will come to the Executive Ball on December 3rd. You know, we're raising money for the Arts and Humanities. Thank you for coming, and good night to everyone.